Chris. What's up, everybody? That's Mr. Chris Green, one of my dear friends.
How you doing?
And this is Ken Lanyon, otherwise known as GL, or the Grand Lanyon, who's been my assistant for the last 17 years. Some of you might have met him if you saw the stream last night on my other channel, my Rick Beato live channel that I do every night at 10 o'clock Eastern. So, this is a special event today to have guests on. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I have the two biggest heavy metal, 80s metal experts in the world here to discuss this. Nari, what's up? Tell everybody where, okay, everybody say where you're from here so we can see where we're, because I'm curious this time of day who we're hitting. We got Singapore, we got Germany. You just had your face melted. There you go. Chris is going to do some more face melting here. Can you agree metal is an electric form of classical music? Interesting. That's interesting. We'll have to think about that. Sydney, France, Finland, Chicago, Florida, France.
Chicago, it's my old town.
North Dakota. Brother. Here we go.
There's so many.
We can't follow. I think that we can slow.
Brazil, UK.
Okay.
Norfolk, Norway, California, Italy.
India, Greece. There we go. Russia, Denmark. Okay, we're representing everywhere pretty much. New York, keep going. Moscow, look at that. The Sticks of Northeast Pennsylvania. Love that. Break out some Warren Demartini. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna I want to actually talk to you guys about how we're gonna categorize this because oh man, we got Egypt even. We got Brazil, Israel, Norway, Philly, Argentina. Tony Macalpine. Is Tony on here? It's Alan. Alan Mearns, who's one of my favorite guitar players in the world.
Why don't we think about that?
Okay, so we need to come up with categories here. We're not going to just do the top 5 because that would be easy. We need to come up with 3 categories because I was thinking of something like the legends, the originalists, and then the I don't know what. There's what do you guys think?
The rare picks. The unsung heroes.
The unsung heroes.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Do you have a we want to see how we're going to break down this. You see Vito Bratta there.
Yep.
Love
Vito.
My
favorite player, man.
Really? Is your favorite?
Favorite of all time, man.
Wow.
Is that true?
It's actually true.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask these guys about different players.
Jason Becker, if you're expecting me to play that, then it's going to be pretty short.
Wait, what was the category you said, Chris? Because I like
unsung heroes.
Unsung heroes. Unsung heroes.
I didn't even make that category.
Neoclassical. Yeah. Wait, is neoclassical?
I think so, because that kind of covers a lot of the shrapnel stuff.
And you have people like Impellitteri who was doing that too. You remember Impellitteri? And
yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
all those guys.
We'll get a little neoclassical category too. Neoclassical. Okay, so I'm going to start naming some people here. Petrucci. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to start naming some people and have you guys talk about them, and then you guys can jump in here. And this is interesting. Okay, so if I say somebody like George Lynch, where does George Lynch fall in?
This one's definitely yours.
Yeah, I mean he's one of my favorites. I kind of learned how to play from George, and his technique is different. It's a little bit weird. He's got these pinch harmonics that some people don't. His pinch harmonics are different than some other people's. I don't know, where does he fall? He's not one of the OGs like Eddie. I don't think he was ever Eddie status, but he's up there for me.
He seems to be a huge influence on a lot of players, though, isn't
so
it?
many.
What year do you reckon they came out?
Which one? The first Dawkins record?
Yeah.
God, was that 80? somewhere between 82 and 84.
Okay, in that case, he's got to be there. He's got to be there as one of those 80s innovators.
Okay, so 80s innovators. We'll put him down on that. Wait, was that? That's on my original list, or we'll call it innovators.
Look at this.
He's
Marty
definitely an
Friedman.
80s
See that?
influencer.
We've got Marty Friedman, Jason, but cacophony, basically.
Yeah.
Innovators. Okay. So we'll put George Lynch down there. We're gonna have to. We'll do a vote on this actually after. We're gonna we got to categorize everybody first. George Lynch. Okay. How about Warren Demartini?
Yeah, great.
Where's he?
For the fact that he doesn't tap or anything like that I know of. I think he's just all blues based. But the way that he plays and everything is so smooth, and it sounds like he's doing that kind of stuff, but he doesn't have to.
To me, that's like classic American 80s
Yes.
metal guitar players. It's like kind of blues riff based shred solo stuff.
Okay,
That's
so
what it seems like to me.
So is he an unsung hero? Is he?
No, he's totally been sung.
Yeah, he's definitely.
Okay, so and he doesn't fall into neoclassical, and he's not really an unsung hero either.
He's not neoclassical.
He's pretty there. Unsung heroes are, Jeff Tyson from T-Ride. He was one of Satriani's students.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what category would we put Warren in then?
Innovator.
Yeah.
He was an
I could say,
innovator, I
yeah.
reckon.
Okay, I'll put him in the innovator.
He's certainly.
What do you reckon?
What do you
out
guys
there?
think?
Do you think he was an innovator? Dave Mustaine.
And Jakey Lee. I love Badlands.
Okay,
Dan
Demartini
Huff.
made some projects.
Dan Huff.
Dan Huff. What about Dan Huff?
The band Giant.
Yeah.
If nobody else knows Giant.
And you know who else I'm going to put in there? Dave Manichetti.
Okay, yeah, Dave.
YNT. He
Okay.
is an unsung hero.
Yes,
he's one of the
definitely an
greatest
unsung
80s
hero.
guitar players.
Okay, so here,
He's
why
one of
don't
my
you keep
favorites.
track of these? You write them down, because I have my list here.
Look at this. Is that virtuoso category? That's
Oh,
pretty good because
so
that's
make a virtuoso category too.
Yeah. Is there a note count that you have to get into the virtuoso category?
Well, I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go down
speed.
these things.
the speedometer.
I'm gonna go down these, and you guys can talk about them. Okay, Sean Lane,
Yeah, he's a real
Awesome.
unsung hero
Yeah.
actually. I don't think
unsung
he's-
hero, virtuoso too.
Yeah.
But even though he's dead, do you think that contributed to him being an unsung hero? I would.
I bet I get more comments on Sean Lane than almost anyone on
then
my
maybe
channel
not.
when people are
Yeah.
talking about him. Sean Lane, look at this.
Totally agree with Sean Lane
Yeah.
and Gary Moore.
Oh, Gary Moore, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're gonna.
Yeah, because everyone forgets that Gary Moore was actually much more of a shredder before he became a
Yeah.
blues player.
But is he a legend, or where's Gary Moore though? Innovator, unsung. He's not an unsung. I don't know. Maybe he is an unsung hero.
Yeah.
Gary Moore might be an unsung hero because I knew who he
Yeah, I
was,
remember
but he
that
really
White Knuckles-
wasn't.
That White Knuckles thing was totally neoclassical.
Yeah.
Ooh, Gary gets to cross over into a few different
Okay, so we
categories.
got Sean is where are we putting him?
Well, I would say.
Virtuoso,
I would say virtuoso,
legend,
someone-
virtuoso.
Was he really neoclassical?
Who?
Sean.
Sean was
I
not
don't think
really
he was.
I don't think
neoclassical.
so.
He was really diverse.
Yeah.
And to I think to me to be a legend, you have to have had a band that had really big hit songs. Also, I think that's part of being a legend.
Okay.
Band with I don't know. What do you guys
That's a
think?
big
Part of a
band as a
band?
whole. Yeah, big band as a whole. You know,
Yeah.
that had a great guitar.
Or
player.
part of a band that you
I
had to be
gotcha.
part of a band that
Got you. Yeah. Survivor gets, Dave Lee Roth and White
Right.
Snake.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
he would be in legend, right?
okay, so yeah, okay, we'll bring okay,
And
Steve.
Virtuoso.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve Vai, one of my dear friends, we're going to put him, obviously, his name's come up 100 times on here. He goes in the virtuoso,
Yes.
legend, and
Yeah.
That's where he's
innovator, too.
He goes into everything except for unsung hero.
He wasn't really
Everything.
he wasn't really neoclassical though either.
No, that's true.
That's true.
So
Um,
not unsung and not neoclassical.
Yeah.
okay, what about, okay, who else did we say? We say Vito Bratta.
See, Vito Bratta, I think, is a total unsung hero. Like, he's my
Yes.
favorite guitar player of all time. I know everyone says he's an Eddie clone, but
Give
I
me a
think-
Vito Bratta type lick here, Chris.
I don't think he's an Eddie clone. He kind of looked like
I
Eddie,
don't know
but
if I could. See, the thing about Vito wasn't necessarily his playing; it was the chord changes behind his solos. So he would his solos would go off into like a story. So he'd change the key, and great key changes as well. It hit hit those really
Hit
good
the right
notes to
notes.
accent the key change, you know. He had all the technique and stuff. I don't think he was a mega, like, you know, he wasn't like sort of one of these, he wasn't one of these kind of pickers. There was a lot of tapping and stuff, a lot of legato, but it was smooth and it was sweet and really uplifting major solos.
Okay.
His rhythm playing too was amazing. Like he had some really cool, interesting parts that he wrote for just rhythm.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so Reb Beach.
Reb Beach, innovator. Now the reason we're going to do it, and I'm not going to be able to play what Reb does here, but if anyone out there knows who Reb Beach is, who played for Winger, he's in Whitesnake as well at the moment. So I think he innovated. I know Eddie Van Halen's known for innovating tapping, but what Reb did to tapping, I think, was revolutionary. So like most people know tapping as, you know, the kind of like typical this kind of stuff, but he would tap like ascending licks, so that most people know that as you ascend a lick on tapping, you need a start note. So you're either hammering straight on, hammering on, but Reb was like tapping, and when he gets to here, his ring finger will pick the next one. You know, so he'd be like tap, 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 pick, pick, pick. So he's using this picking hand and this one. I can't do it. It's amazing. That's why he gets that whooshing kind of ascending.
When we went to see him, when I sat in with Winger, he did his solo bit that was amazing. I was totally blown away by it.
Yeah, it was something that I had never seen. He did a technique that I'd never.
I've never seen it before.
Oh, the harmonic thing bouncing
yes,
the trend.
that
was awesome.
That was
Reb's
amazing.
totally an unsung hero, but and you know.
Virtuoso there too?
And it's not like, like I say, not the tapping, not the kind of Nuno tapping. This kind of stuff, you know. It was just more.
Okay, John Sykes.
John Sykes. What are we going to say about John Sykes?
I mean, he's one of my.
I saw
favorites.
Alan
Literally
mention John Sykes on here.
John Sykes is the best guitar player Whitesnake ever had. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's one of my brother's favorite guitar players.
And his guitar tone is completely his own. Yep. You can tell he's playing straight away. Note choice. He has excellent note choice, like kind of Neal Schon note choice. Well, maybe like, all right, maybe not.
Let's
not overstep.
Yeah. Come on, Chris.
Step there. But he has fantastic note choice. Holds notes for ages. Great vibrato.
Great vibrato.
Great pinchies.
Yeah.
Really good pinchies. Like
I learned to pinch from him, actually.
Right.
Yeah, I copied his stuff. I learned how to pinch.
Oh,
he was the guy.
I meant pinch like pinchy harmonics, not as in steal his material.
No, I'm just saying I learned how to play the pinch harmonics because of this stuff he did. Yeah. Crying in the rain.
Oh, dude,
Still at the night.
Nines. He'd like use nines all the time in his solos as well.
Okay, Paul Gilbert.
Wait. Where was?
Okay, where are we going to
Sykes.
put him? Where are we going to put John Sykes?
Unsung though?
No, not
Sykes is a ripper,
inside.
Jim says. Schenker School. Ooh, nice.
Ooh,
Schenker School. I like that.
And Sykes, the other thing he'd do is he'd do those big overbends. Like,
Oh yeah, he totally would. Well, where is he at then? Is he? He's not.
he is. He's
You
a
put
legend to me, but I don't know to everyone. So let's see. Let's put him in innovator. Oh, what do you reckon? Do you reckon John Sykes is an innovator?
Okay, we're waiting here. Kramer Pacer, I partially disagree. That's it. Finally, a bit more love for Chris Poland. See, people are having discussion on here.
Chris Poland, yeah.
He came up so much last night too. I don't.
He did come up a lot. Okay, wait. So,
Vandenberg.
Legend
there
for
we
Sykes.
go. Okay, look, Adrian Vandenberg. See, he is an unsung hero too.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
Whitesnake's. He had his own band, Vandenberg, right?
I have that
and then
record.
and then he's just released a Moon Kings album.
I know
Listen
you
to
took-
it.
you
It's
did.
pretty
No, I've
sweet.
not heard it.
It's pretty cool.
Adrian Vandenberg. So he was one of the people that I had on my list, along with Doug Aldridge and Vivian Campbell and
Yeah, and
and
you know
Phil
what? He's kind of got
Phil
that-
Collin.
He had that neoclassical thing going
Yeah,
on
he
in
did.
his playing as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But he had that awesome PV reverse headstocks. Maybe we should have a whole nother category for reverse headstock guitar players. Good suggestion with Vandenberg. That's a good one.
For me, Steve, I was not metal or Paul Gilbert, Greg Howe.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would agree with that. But he's known by metal guitarists,
Right.
I think, as...
I mean, Greg Howe is more of a fusion guitar player.
Yeah, and to be honest, so was Vinnie Moore. Like, his later stuff was much more like...
Yeah.
Vinny
But
could be in the neoclassical.
But we're talking about
couldn't he?
people in the 80s, what they were doing.
In the 80s, he was totally neoclassical.
Yeah, not what they've done since.
What I loved about Vinnie Moore as well is he didn't use a lot of gain. Like, his technique was really good.
Yeah.
So he didn't need a lot of gain.
Okay, so then Paul Gilbert, where are we putting him?
Everywhere. I mean, come on. Legend.
A legend?
All right, okay.
Come on.
So it's legend. So see, he changed my view on guitar play. I was listening to... Hang on, I've got to choose my words carefully. Well, I was listening to players like CeCe DeVille and people like that when I was
brother.
15. All right, yeah, you can give me flack for that. That's fine, you know. But then I heard Mr. Big in '91, and I was like, okay, everybody else disappears now, you know.
Well, Virtuoso. Neoclassical?
Virtuoso, yeah, neoclassical, because he had that whole, he did that that Pachelbel thing. That was it. He's got all of that string skipping stuff going. All of he's got all of that kind of stuff going on.
Him and Bruce Brulé.
Bruce Brulé.
Okay, so wait, so where's he going then?
He is going neoclassical,
Virtuoso.
Virtuoso,
And
I think maybe not an innovator. I don't know. He innovated, maybe.
He innovated for you, but
3-note for string stuff. I don't know many players that were doing that 3-note for string stuff.
Yeah.
well,
If
Frank
I could-
Gambale was.
Frank Gambale, Alan Holdsworth.
I know we
of
can't
course,
talk
you
about
know.
them because they're in a whole nother.
Strike
we can't-
that from the record.
We
Your
can't
Honor.
talk. No there's no fusion guys in here because they it's not really fair.
No funny sounding stuff, apart from Marty Friedman, who would,
Apart from Marty, right.
who would bend weird notes.
Okay, let's
into
talk
them.
about Marty.
Okay,
Marty's
So-
one of my favorites.
he's one of my favourites too. I watched his. He had a video called what was it called? Melodic Control, and I used to watch this VHS Melodic Control, and I couldn't get through more than 7 minutes of this video without pausing it and just going off and playing my guitar. And he really, for me, what I picked up of him was using arpeggios instead of scales, like accenting notes.
Yeah, he
of
does,
arpeggios.
and he also does odd note groupings. That's what I
He
picked
does
up
a lot
from
of
him.
them, a lot of those, and also uses a lot of dominant arpeggios.
Yes.
Like a lot of that stuff is in his play, which I
Yeah.
really. And Mixed Lydian. That's much more my kind of bag.
So, and would you say Marty is neoclassical though? Because GL says no.
I don't really.
Even though he uses
Well,
arpeggios
well,
like
in
that.
Cacophony though.
early stuff,
In
yes.
Cacophony with Jason Becker. Yeah.
But in the 80s.
Rick, are we talking solo guitarists? We're talking anybody that's a solo guitarist, or they can be in a band too.
I mean, Marty spent a lot of his 80s in Megadeth, so.
That's true. Best two albums.
Yeah.
Rust in Peace, Countdown.
Yeah.
And he had an odd, he had a few solo records as well, but those first ones, he had one called Scenes. You remember that?
Yes.
And it was really and he had this lick.
See, to me, Marty's a straight head melody player. That's his thing.
I agree with you.
He's got great shredding licks,
And he never looks at the bloody guitar.
but he's a total melody player.
I agree.
Shit, that's another category right there, melody makers.
Ooh, well, yeah, because that's where
Yeah.
Neal Schon's going to sit.
Yeah.
Right.
The melody makers.
There we go, new category. So wait, where's Marty though? Virtuoso, right? Would you put him in there?
Oh,
Yes.
Marty's virtuoso. Yeah.
Yeah, total virtuoso. Like I said, just on the count that I went and saw him live doing his solo stuff. I don't think he looked at the guitar once. Once.
I think Marty's an innovator too.
I do too.
I mean, he's really an innovator because if you think about cacophony and the
Odd groupings.
the odd groupings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I often wonder whether he's deliberately doing odd groupings or whether he's literally just like on the fly playing.
No, he
ridiculous
he
stuff.
he totally knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, so Nuno Bettencourt.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, see, Nuno's a fantastic player. I've seen him live and he is a monster.
He's
A
practically
real
flawless.
monster. Yeah, his technique is, and a lot to do with that kind of dampening technique.
Yeah.
You know, because like, he was real and like, he really dampened everything. Really sharp picking and everything, and string skipping. What was that?
Oh, jeez.
It's that play with
Nice,
Bill
Chris.
and Ted, but
That's one of his best solos ever.
Who's the gentleman playing guitar? That's Chris Green. You can find his album on...
You can get it on iTunes or go
iTunes.
to chrisgreenmusic.com.
There you go.
Some instrumental, unadulterated shredding, but there is melody.
There is melody. There's total melody.
So
okay.
Can we put Nuno in Innovators?
Yeah, absolutely, I think so, yeah.
That's where I would put
Innovator, because why, though?
Well, that's a good question. Why don't you answer that, Jill?
I mean, what did he really do as far as an innovator?
He was...
Do you know what? Maybe he's not an innovator. Maybe he just kind of mastered the technique a little more than everyone else that was around doing it at the time. Set the bar.
I guess I'm
to a high
confusing
level.
innovators with influencers, maybe, because he was a huge influence on me, but maybe not necessarily as much of an innovator, I guess, maybe. So then...
And I love that stuff. I love that pentatonic tapping stuff he did. Where you're just playing the blues scale, the pentatonic scale down here, and then tapping up there. It'd be up and down the neck doing all that kind of stuff, obviously without looking, unlike me. But if you ever check out that tapping solo section and Get the Funk Out,
ridiculous.
Yeah.
it's amazing, So he was everything. He was everything but a sweet picker.
Virtuoso, though?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
but he wasn't a sweet picker.
I think we're gonna vote people into the legend category. Some of the people will put in, and some of the people will vote in after.
Slash has got to be in the legend category. Now, I'm not a huge Slash fan. I've got to be honest with you, but I think because of his status and what he's done throughout his entire career, I think he should be in there. What do you guys think? I know a lot of people aren't really fans of Slash. But
The only thing about Slash, and I love Slash's playing, but the only thing about him is that his career really was only 87 to 89. If you think about it. So he wasn't really playing through the entire 80s like some of the guys.
That's true.
So he only had
John Petrucci just snuck in there on 89.
He just snuck in at the end.
Right. Dream and Day Unite with Dream Theater.
Right. So you have to take their just like you have Van Halen that started in the 70s, but really a lot of his body well, 3 albums were in the 70s, but then you have the records.
The whole body, because even Dimebag probably snuck in just into the 89,
wait, so let's stay on one person here.
Okay.
So who were we just talking about?
We were talking about, we were on Nuno.
We just did Nuno.
We did Nuno, and then we were talking Slash.
Oh, Slash, okay.
So where does he go then? He's not a virtuoso, he's not neoclassical. Not really an unsung hero.
No, and he's not an innovator. So
he's not an innovator.
I guess.
Can he be a melody maker?
He's a melody player.
Melody maker.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a melody player.
Sorry, Slash. It looks like you.
Slash can wear a hat. He doesn't belong on any of these lists.
Oh man! Tough crowd out there.
As we were going through that, we kind of realized that Slash doesn't even.
Slash the.
Man, okay, Slash is off the list.
Okay, what about Malmsteen?
Okay, Yngwie.
Yeah.
Come on.
Neoclassical.
The neoclassical, I mean, really.
Yngwie's really pretty much the pinnacle.
He's on multiple of these.
Yeah.
Legend, innovator, neoclassical, virtuoso.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
If you can have a separate category for the most difficult guitar players ever worked with, then you
Yeah,
might be able
yeah.
to make it into that one.
Brad Gillis, somebody said. I didn't have him on my list.
Are you a Brad fan?
Not really.
You're not?
I mean, he's great, but I didn't really grow up listening and stuff.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yngwie does deserve a lot of credit because, I think he did bring the level of playing, and he's got He's got his sound down. He's got his technique down.
There's a couple really good albums that he has that I like.
Yeah.
But it's early stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Zakk Wylde.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love Zakk's guitar playing. I don't know where he would. I don't know where he fits into.
He's not an innovator.
He's not a virtuoso either.
No,
really.
He's not neoclassical.
No. Unsung or legend or melody maker.
What he represents to me is just 100% total rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's what he is to me.
Well, that's what Slash is too.
Yeah, but like, I think Zakk Wylde's like an angry version of that. You know, attitude players.
Attitude players.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
We can
Attitude
add an
players.
extra category
Okay.
there because Slash. I think Slash will fall in there.
Yeah, and also Zakk does do some of those 5 groupings. And
He
stuff.
does.
He's you know, I know he's more.
Yeah.
But they're not.
They're not odd, but he does the 5s like.
Yeah, but they're not. But they're not. They're not interesting like the Marty
What you're
ones.
saying is it's not rocket science.
No,
Okay.
no. But it's great, and it'd probably punch me in the arm if I, you know.
I think it'd probably crumple you up into a ball.
Because of that.
Roll you down
Okay,
a
so
bowling
let's
alley.
we're gonna go. Zakk as a master chicken picker.
You're right. He is a chicken picker.
Yes,
He's probably just as country as he is rock and roll.
Okay, so did we talk about Steve Vai?
Probably not enough.
Not enough.
Well, I mean,
And-
you got to bear in mind that he.
Steve's a legend.
See, I think that certain guitar players, the best thing that any guitar player can have said about themselves is that your sound is recognisable from just hearing
No
your
doubt.
guitar alone. You can't really ask, and I mean in a good way. I don't mean on that. Oh yeah, I can.
Oh,
tell that
Steve's
guitar
sound
player."
is unbelievable.
But it's a great sound, but also you can just tell straight away.
Yeah.
If it's going on in the background, you're like, oh, someone's playing Steve Vai. The same as I think you can get with Neal Schon.
Yeah, but let's not go to Neal Schon.
We weren't
yet.
going to go there yet.
Okay, so I mean, Steve really is in multiple categories: legend, virtuoso.
Yeah.
And but his
Oh, hang on a second.
innovator.
Hang on a
Come on.
second.
innovator.
Whoa. Neoclassical, Jack Butler, end of Crossroads.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He gets
He did
into
do that.
neoclassical as
Yeah.
well because of that.
But
He
he
does.
doesn't. His
No,
style
I'm not
isn't
going to
really.
play it.
No, but that is a perfect example, though.
I was just watching that.
That is a perfect example.
But he's
of that.
not really neoclassical. That's the only time, though, really.
Hey,
But-
you know what? He got in. He got in.
But I mean, that was a big time.
I mean, he put it out there and probably got the most famous neoclassical piece of music ever written by a guitar player.
Fine, whatever. I'll put him in there. He's in neoclassical. He's in like. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. And I did Yngwie.
Well, would you put him in under attitude player? I would.
He's in
He's
Attitude.
an attitude,
mate.
too.
He's got a
Of
song
course.
called Attitude, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
I mean, Passion and Warfare. How much more of an influential album can you have for all the guitar kids that grew up in the 80s?
No, I mean,
Yeah.
and
Huge
yeah.
album.
I mean, so many modern guitar players were massively influenced by Steve Vai.
Yeah.
The whole 7-string, you know, having
Oh yeah.
everything about that.
Do you know he was doing Drop B before a lot of people realised? I know we're not going to talk about it right now, but that Hardline album,
Oh.
Neal Schon, Rhythm in a Red Car, that was
Yeah,
Drop B.
you're right.
That
yeah.
was Drop B.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've got to tell you something about Steve Vai quickly. He is such an emotional player
Yeah.
that I remember going to see him in Brighton in England, and we were watching. I think he was playing Tender Surrender. I think it was. Oh, yeah, it might be. Anyway, he does this solo, and I'm like, oh wow, this feels really kind of tear jerking. And I look around, and like, there's loads of people in the crowd that are like, you know. And he stops playing. He was like, "Did you all feel that?" And I was like, "This is weird." It's like the first time I'd ever experienced this like total emotional thing going on in a concert with just music, not lyrics, no nothing like that. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
No, I'm not a wuss. All right, it was an emotional moment.
All right. Eric Johnson.
One of my favourites.
Yeah. I'll buy a Musicom. I mean,
I'm
one of my
going to
favorites.
see him. He's
Give
playing
us some
this
Eric Johnson licks, Chris. Can you do any
Oh
Eric
man,
Johnson?
I don't know,
Some spread
man.
triad or something?
I don't even I mean, Cliffs of Dover
Yeah.
was probably one of the, the best tracks. I'm trying to think what some of his
Highlandrins.
What about some of his groupings, his pentatonic groupings that he did?
I couldn't. That's not. You'd have to ask Joe Bonamassa.
But is he really metal though?
No, I don't think so at all. And it's really a soft end of like melodic playing.
And he actually is a 70s player too.
Yeah. And he's got a very signature sound. I think you can tell his guitar playing.
Oh yeah.
But what I like is he plays very major pentatonic stuff. But again, he just it's very modal playing.
Okay, so does he even belong on the list?
He's a virtuoso. I actually think he is. Satriani turned around in an interview and said, "I don't class myself as a technician like Eric Johnson." So for someone like that to say that, then you got.
So is he metal though? But
no,
he's not metal.
No. He's about as metal as balsa wood.
Okay, so so he's not. Does he go? And somebody said Glenn Campbell. You know, I mean, and Nigel Tufnell.
Nigel Tufnell goes to 11, right?
Okay, so Eric, but we're gonna put Eric on the list.
Can
since
he be
was
an innovator though too?
He can be an innovator because what I loved about his playing is when he's doing his solos on his own, he accents a note down here and then plays some licks to say this is what the chord change is.
Right, exactly.
And it's
almost like a jazz player.
Exactly like that. You know. So I don't know many players. I'm not going to try and copy.
No, and he's a massive influence on people like Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah.
You know,
and he's also a chicken picker.
He is.
Yep. You know.
Okay, one of my favorites, Angus Young. Not a shredder, but one of the greatest melody players and blues players ever.
Yeah,
legend.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, legend. I mean, do you know what I mean? He's just as much 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's when you consider
Back in
Black,
Black,
being 1980. Yeah. Do you know what? He deserves an award for the most amount of solos written with the same notes ever.
But the melodies and the rhythms are phenomenal.
Oh, I agree.
Everywhere his placement of the notes.
I'm trying to think. What was it? We played that show and we did. Did we do You Shook Me at that show? When
Yeah.
we played that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good
Very
licks.
melodic.
Yeah,
Man.
Okay,
licks.
first
That's
of all,
melodic.
he needs to go to the Melody Maker.
Yeah.
So, definitely for sure.
Kirk Hammett.
Okay.
Early Kirk Hammett.
Let's
Okay,
talk
yeah.
about Kirk Hammett.
Okay, so I think Kirk Hammett gets a lot of dissing, doesn't he?
Does.
You know. Okay, look. So you know, there's a lot of people that talk about his bending and his over bending. But when you think about it, man, like all of those like Ride the Lightning solos.
Talked about Sean Lane already.
You know, he was a great player of his time, man. He really was. I mean, Alex Skolnick, if you're going to talk about those players, Testament's player, that dude's like a fusion player and a metal player.
Well, I was gonna say, was he neoclassical at all?
I don't know.
I don't know if he was, but
I just saw it.
I liked that.
Okay, wait. So where's Kirk Hammett go though?
Well, let's have a look. Well, I mean, I mean, because of the size of Metallica, he's probably in that legend status. I mean, I know you don't want to put him in there, but I mean, it's just about the size of the. I'm thinking of the size of the band as opposed to the size of the guitar player. Though. You know what? I've heard he's a really, really nice guy.
yeah. New category, nice guy.
Nice.
Nice guitar player. He doesn't belong anywhere else, but he's in the nice guy.
I think he gets a lot. I think he gets a lot of dissing from people, but I think he's had some iconic solos.
So Dean just asked about David Gilmour and Joe Walsh. We talked about this beforehand. GL and I were talking about that because they're really 70s players. Even though when did the only, I mean, I can't even think, Long Run, the Eagles record came out in 79, I think. It didn't even come out in the 80s. Maybe it came out in 80 or so, but I wouldn't consider them as part of the David Gilmour as part of the.
Believe it or not, Gilmour's one of my favourite players.
Oh yeah, I love Gilmour. He's one of my favorite
I
players.
listen to Pink Floyd probably every
But
day.
he's not really a metal guitar player.
He's
though.
not a metal
No.
player.
No, at all.
No.
Melody
I
Maker,
don't
though.
even know if he even has a crunch pedal. Does he?
No, you don't.
Does he just plug straight into the PA?
Okay, wait. Did we talk about Randy Rhoads?
No, we didn't.
Legend.
Okay, Randy Rhoads.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kirk was Common Kirk. Somebody called him here. Common Kirk was a fantastic guitar player.
Was Randy neoclassical?
I think he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was. Well, if you go if you do Crazy Train, if you listen to Crazy Train in the headphones, right?
Yeah.
You'll realise that he double tracked the solo, and you can hear like about 2 points where he's like gone semitones out. You can only hear it if you really listen to it in the headphones, though. But I guess that's the days when it's like, yeah, you got one take. All right, now you got another take to it on the other side.
Oh yeah.
You know.
They did that at the show.
And also, if anyone knows the Eugene's Trick Bag, the Steve Vai thing, I remember painstakingly having to learn that with one of those old Ibanez Rockin' plays. We hold the cassette next to the TV and then hit the half speed button and learn everything like 2 octaves down.
Old school.
And then the next week, the whole transcription came out in guitar techniques after I'd like spent like 16 hours trying to learn this. But I heard a bouncing on that as well when I slowed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just one on the that
Oh, I know that part.
Okay, wait. So Randy Rhoads, he's a legend, right?
Legend,
yeah, he's a legend, neoclassical.
Innovator, yes.
I think he was an innovator.
Yeah. Neoclassical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't we think of some more like attitude players, some more monster players? I mean, Dimebag.
Yeah, you can definitely go into.
Yeah.
You can put Dimebag in there. I'm sure he snuck in when they were still with their wearing makeup before they turned all heavy.
What about Anthrax, Scott Ian? You know.
Yeah, Scott
I would
Ian's
say
in there.
him.
And if you could, but then you've got to put Skolnick in there if you're going to do that.
Alex Skolnick in there. Yeah, okay.
I don't even know how to spell
Anyone suggest any other monster player? Oh, Buckethead. There you go. Yeah. Okay. We might need a new category. For
Okay.
Weird players.
All right. Let's talk. Okay. Let's talk about some other people like Neal Schon.
Right. Yeah.
Now Neal Schon is a crossover guy from the '70s to the '80s, like Van Halen was.
Yeah.
He happens to be one of my favorite players.
Yep, mine too.
One of the best melody players ever.
Agreed.
Yep.
Phenomenal blues player and has great chops.
I think I've got to say the one thing about Neal, I think, is that when he goes past a certain speed, that's where his playing loses it. Like the best part about his playing is his melodies, and then when it goes into the fast picking, it just slightly kind of.
I totally agree.
It slightly gets a little out of control, but I mean that is what it is.
I love his fast playing. It's so out of control in a great way.
What is it that Joe Perry from Aerosmith said about Jimmy Page? He said, "You know what I loved about him? He wrote solos he could almost play." And that's kind of how I feel about Neal Schon's like fast end of his playing. But he gets forgiven for everything for being like maybe the most melodic player or creator. Yeah. You know,
of the 80s, really.
And again, he was a huge Mixolydian player, man.
Oh yeah,
big Mixolydian player. I love his playing. You know, he's just he's got some lovely Mixolydian stuff.
Okay.
Well, wait. The legend though.
Oh
yeah,
of course.
That's what
of course.
I would say.
Totally.
Okay, I have one here. Steve Lukather.
I ain't gonna attempt to do any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What about Lukather?
Well, the thing is, I think he's an unsung hero.
Unsung.
Because mainstream, I don't think a lot of people know who he is. And I went and saw him play a solo gig in '94, and someone said, "You really need to go and see this guy." And I was like, "What? The guy that Africa? What, I mean,
oh my God, he's amazing."
But
was that Los Lobotomies that you saw? Who did you see?
I can't. I mean, it was at the Marquee. It was at the Marquee in London, and it was still there. And I was like, I didn't know this guy played like this. It was like abrasive, very technical, very fusion. He's a monster player. He really is.
Is he metal though? He's a rock player.
I wouldn't call him metal.
You know what? His tone is really metal.
It is metal. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's got really saturated
really
tone. He has a very metal tone.
Yeah.
He needs to be under Melody Makers though.
Yeah, I think so.
And some of his fast licks are incredibly great, like in Rosanna.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the chromaticism that he uses, like a jazz player. Plus the fact that he's on a million famous records, like Michael Jackson record. Both not only Thriller, He plays all the rhythm guitars, but I think on Bad also, it's all Toto.
Yeah.
Is on both those records.
I mean, heck, isn't the Michael Jackson stuff? That's just Toto.
That's Toto, yeah.
That's the backing
basically
band.
Toto. That is, yeah.
It's a good backing band to have.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
can afford them, it's a pretty good band to have. Good backing band.
Okay, so Steve Lukather, where do we?
I've got one more here that
Okay.
we really haven't touched that
Yeah.
I think we have to. Jason Becker.
Yes, Jason Becker.
Because, you know what? For that kid to have released, I say kid because he was like 17.
17.
I think 17 when he
Yeah.
released, what was the name of the Perpetual Burn?
Yeah.
Perpetual Burn. And it was ridiculously amazing. He's a virtuoso.
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep,
know?
I put him there.
You know, God bless him. I mean, because obviously, if you don't know what's that, you know, he has ALS and, you know, he doesn't play anymore. But, I mean, incredibly amazing. I learned so much from him. And do you know what? He was probably the first real, like, sweet picker. Not Frank Gambale. I know
No, because this is really...
Because really what I found out from him is there was a lot of, like with Kirk Hammett, these kind of arpeggios. This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's the first person that I really learned about full arpeggios.
Yes.
So everyone would do these, and he's like, yeah, but you've got to put the third in the bottom, and then you've got the full arpeggios. You know, and he really showed me the way forward on that kind of stuff. You know, not just doing your roots. We're getting the whole arpeggio in there.
Now, Cacophony is so revered amongst the people here that, and I think, both he and Marty, as innovators and kind of legends of that movement.
Yeah.
Before the, even obviously before Marty, before Megadeth and things like that, and And Jason had a very short career, which is really
finishing in Davey
So
Roth's
short,
band.
yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. He took over from Steve Vai as a young player. Takes over from Steve Vai, who just nailed it with the Eat 'em and Smile album.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's not really much more you can say about him than he was just unnaturally amazing.
Yeah.
Like, when you talk about natural players, natural talent, born to do it, that's absolutely where he was at.
And I love that David Lee Roth album. Whether or not you like David's solo stuff, irrelevant.
Oh,
that
the
album.
Eat 'em and Smile. Oh, that one, the one after. The
one
that Jason
after.
Becker
And you
found.
can, and like,
after
if you
Skyscraper.
sit and watch any of those videos of Jason Becker where he's just sitting doing a solo and then he pulls a yo-yo out, just starts flipping this yo-yo. He's like, he's just like going at it, and I'm like, oh, you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up. Okay, John Uli Roth.
Uli John Roth. Okay, so
Uli John Roth.
do you
I
know
don't
much of his playing?
No, because I didn't.
He's a
grow
very
up with him.
melodic player.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with him.
I'm not savvy enough really with his playing.
I'm not either.
You know, I know that he looks like the world's most distinguished hippie. His look is amazing.
Yeah.
And he's bringing back tassels.
Yeah.
You know, don't tassel me, man.
That's fine.
Michael Schenker.
Yeah, I
Schenker's
mean,
awesome.
okay, I get told that I have a lot of Schenker stuff in my playing, and I never really listened to his playing. But I think innovator, because I really do think he was.
Although he was also a 70s player, really.
True.
Because they started.
But like Jill was saying, like he probably knows him more from Scorpions than
UFO. Yeah.
You know, well, and I think that might be true of a lot of people.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because a lot of these legends are guys that are crossovers.
Tony Macalpine again. I mean, you know,
a lot of the crossover people, because if you think about it, I mean, to me, because we haven't talked about Eddie, but people that crossed over, that from Angus to Neal Schon to all the people that were, Phil Collin, that crossed over from the 70s, bands that were big in the late 70s that were massively big in the 80s.
Yeah.
That's kind of almost like a special category right there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about Eddie.
You know, the thing, I'll start because it's going to end on a really good note, obviously. But because I started listening to metal really late, like probably '89, my sister got me into Guns N' Roses. So I knew about Slash. Then I got into some, let's just say, not so technically demanding music, like glam, like Poison, Pretty Boy Floyd, Motley Crue, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know. Before you give me too much crap for it, but when I went straight from that kind of stuff to Paul Gilbert and John Petrucci.
Right.
And once I discovered those players, I never bothered looking back at who maybe more of the innovating players were.
Who their influences were.
And Eddie Van Halen was one of these huge people. And we've had this conversation.
Well,
where
huge
you're like,
people.
how do you not know any Eddie Van Halen stuff? And I didn't own a Van Halen record until I met you, which you still hold against me. Look at see the look of disappointment on this man's face right now. He's trying to hold the smile in, but...
You didn't own a record of Van Halen's until like 3-4 years ago?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. And which is why I think that Eddie is an innovator, because like if you stand Eddie up next to some of these modern day players, he can't stand toe to toe with these players. His technique is nowhere near as refined to be able to stand
but his
next to those
feel
players.
blows them all away.
But his feel and what he was doing,
his rhythm playing, his lead playing,
Exactly.
it was so out of control, but so in the pocket.
Exactly.
He was a pocket player.
And he was another one of those players that was like, he didn't track the rhythm and then solo over the rhythm.
No.
He just went off on one.
No, his pocket was I mean as good as anyone's. His rhythmic feel was absolutely
Eddie's an
phenomenal.
innovator. Yeah, he absolutely is an
Yeah.
innovator.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on multiple lists.
Jim Carrey. What? Did I say Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is someone that I don't know about as opposed to the actor.
He's an innovator in the acting world, maybe.
Let's see here. Steve Morse.
Okay.
Not a metal player.
No, I went and saw him a few weeks ago. Actually, I went and saw Deep Purple and saw him.
Wow.
Okay.
They were playing with Alice Cooper.
Okay.
So I had to take my 5-year-old son, who's totally into Deep Purple and totally into Alice Cooper.
Okay.
So it was amazing. But I watched Morse play. Now I think he has a very distinctive tone.
Very distinctive tone.
And
yeah.
I think he's actually a little bit of a fusion player.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I have to say, I think again, like Neal Schon, I think at the top end of his playing, he loses it slightly. Mm-hmm. But his playing is all about the melody and his tone. Just great note choice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, great feel too. I mean,
Great
when
feel,
you go
yeah,
back,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
great feel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not metal though.
No, I don't think he's metal.
Not metal, not legend, not.
When
Was he an own song?
Is CC DeVille not getting a mention here?
No, we're not talking about CC. Okay, Andy
Hey,
Timmons.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy Timmons. We have to talk about, but remind me, we have to talk about Richie Carson after this.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
the word shit.
people bring him up all the time.
Because
here.
really, you know,
He's.
We're gonna
needs
take
to be-
we're gonna actually look at the comments here in a minute. We're almost
Petrucci.
through. We're gonna get to Petrucci here. Wait, but let's talk about who did I just say? So Eddie.
Andy Timmons.
Wait,
Andy Timmons.
hold on. Eddie goes in every category.
every category.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, not an unsung hero.
no,
Definitely.
no,
And he doesn't go in neoclassical though.
no. Steve Morse. Steve Morse could go in almost any. He can play just about every style.
Yeah, I mean, he's not
Chicken
neoclassical.
picking.
He's not neoclassical.
No.
Though.
I've never seen anybody that can alternate pick like him. He has the weirdest technique.
Well, Mike Friedman as well, man. His
They
hand
do.
looks like this when he's
Yeah.
picking.
But when he does the arpeggios where he's alternate picking each note, it makes no sense, and he's so good at it.
Yeah, that is weird.
Okay, so Andy Timmons.
Andy Timmons is totally an unsung hero. Like, 'cause most people, I don't know if anyone really knows him from Danger Danger, you know, the 80's hair metal band. But even the solos in that were amazing. There's a track called Crazy Nights, and he's got all of these. And he had all this like sweet picking stuff down.
Yep.
He's got a couple of solo albums, one Ear Ecstasy 2. I'm not sure what the other ones, but he's a tone meister too. Like he has a killer tone. Really.
Somebody says, was Danger really that great?
They were great with him in it. I mean, with Andy in it.
I'm friends with a lot of those guys, so I'm not going to answer any of those questions. We're talking about Andy Timmons here. We're talking about the effect that he had on the guitar community, which was a positive one. That's why he got chosen with G3, I would imagine, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so Petrucci. John is really only came on the scene in '89.
Yeah, I don't think he was really. I think Images and Words, which is what
91,
92.
I think.
Yeah,
92.
But I think that's probably where he was.
Yeah, he doesn't really belong in this.
But
he's a little bit young.
He to me is what I love about his guitar playing is he's just got better and better and better through his career. Whereas a lot of people have either stayed the same or maybe diversed slightly. He's just got better, and you can hear the dedication in his playing.
Oh, his when you hear the solo tracks, you can see him on YouTube. Any of his solo tracks are so well played. There's not a bad note.
I know.
There's not a string ringing anywhere. It's just absolute perfection, really.
Yeah,
it is.
No. I was just remembering the VHS cassette. Remember when he put out those lessons?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, we're gonna start at 240 beats per minute." And he's like, "I want you guys to take a look at this." He would just play it, and now I'm gonna slow it down to 220. to 220. I'm gonna slow it down to 220.
Yeah,
he was the same to me.
He totally changed my guitar playing.
Yes.
From being like a legato bass player, and kind of sweep picking kind of guy, and I just basically sat and over my pickings.
When I interviewed him, he talked about using more legato in his playing because he really loved Al Di Meola. So that's kind of how he first started out, and then he started incorporating legato in his playing later on. So it's kind of the reverse of that.
That's right.
Okay, so I see Ty Tabor, who's on my list.
Oh yeah, big time.
Ty Tabor.
Yeah,
who's
Ty's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Yes.
Well, he is an unsung. I would for sure say Ty is.
And I wanted to say like Jeff Tyson as well, because Jeff was one of Satriani's students.
Yeah, he's here.
He was in a band called T-Ride that next to nobody, really knew about, and he was monster player. He lives
as good as anybody else out there.
Lives in Prague now.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so let's
Hey, I'm Facebook friends with him, man.
Okay, let's start. Let's look at some questions here for everybody. Let's look at what people are writing here.
T-Ride was
unreal. Exactly.
Yeah, T-Ride is unreal.
He'd do solos with just chords.
Okay, what about Michelangelo?
What was the question?
Michelangelo Beato.
Oh, virtuoso.
Yeah, virtuoso, neoclassical.
Yeah.
I'm a little more of. I love playing fast stuff, but I still believe that there's good fast players still have feel about what's going on.
All right. Wait, we didn't talk about Satch.
No,
we didn't talk about.
Sorry
Satch.
about that. Sorry, Joe.
I mean, innovator. He taught most of the people we're talking about. So
Yes.
he's got to put
Legend.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
Innovator. Did he do any? He's not near. I don't think he's neoclassical.
No.
I bet he's innovator.
Melody player.
Yeah. And really one of those guitar players that would take the format of normal vocal songs and put it into like instrumental.
I would say he's a virtuoso though too. Wouldn't
Oh
you?
yeah.
I mean, I would say so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
An all-round nice guy.
Yeah.
One
of my favorites.
Did we mention Greg Howe?
Did we talk about Greg Howe?
I thought we didn't talk about him, but we did before we were on here, and he is definitely in the list.
He's in the list, and he's really a fusion player now, though.
Yep. I've got to quickly add something about the Satriani thing.
Okay.
When you think about it, he completely stole a mode. Like, he stole Lydian. Once he wrote Flying in a Blue Dream, everyone else sounded like him whenever they used it. He took a mode and used it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus points for that, Joe.
Okay, so just make a shrapnel bucket.
Oh yeah, there you go. Joey Tafola. Anyone remember him?
I didn't hear him.
That just came up. You saw that, Chris, right?
What's that? There you go, Joey Tafola. Yeah.
Michael Lee Firkins.
Yeah, what was that intro?
Oh God, so good. God, I can't believe you know that.
I
That's amazing.
I had to learn that when I went to
Wait, what is that?
It's the only claw picking thing. Let me turn the noise gate off because it's kind of messing me up here.
Michael Lee Firkins. That first album that he had with Shrapnel, it was amazing.
Yeah, he had this claw picking thing, so he would do all this finger picking stuff. Now I can't bloody play it. Yeah, it's cool stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was really neat. He never used a pick.
Gary Richrath, what? Now, Gary is more of a 70s player, and he's not really... Gary was not a shredder. We already talked about Sean Lane. Sean Lane is... we talked about Red Beach.
About blues.
Blues Saracen.
I mean, if you're bringing up the Shrapnel guys, blues is a Shrapnel.
What did he say? What's that? Oh yeah, I don't know that one, man. Okay, look, Richie Kotzen.
Yeah.
Let's get on to Richie Kotzen because total monster player. Started off as really that whole Shrapnel Records shredhead kind of character. Joined Poison. And then...
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. Slash audition for Poison, remember that though?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, how about he then completely morphs into much more of a fusion player? All right, so he went a little weird with some dress sense, started wearing some, some weird stuff. And he dropped the pick altogether. Stopped using the pick, and now he's really in a fusion trio.
Yeah.
I mean, he's covered all the bases. He's like kind of morphed into this, he's gone through this Darwin scale of guitar playing.
Okay, a couple people have come up here. One of them is, hold on. One of them is Alex Lifeson.
Legend.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, is Rush metal, though?
I mean, I suppose this is metal. I mean...
Alex is one of my favorites. It's
yes,
amazing.
It's prog, but
Yeah.
yes.
Prog,
arguably,
yeah.
Legend, for sure.
Legend, definitely.
I don't know that I would put him in virtuoso.
We can't talk about Jeff Beck. That's Paige Hamilton is really Helmet's really in 90s.
Yes, to Nuno. We did talk about him.
We
He's
talked about
phenomenal.
Nuno. Rush is not metal.
No, it's not.
We talked about Chris Poland a bit.
Rush
Jeff Beck.
However.
Jeff Beck really doesn't apply here.
Randy Rhoads.
We talked about Randy.
Campbell.
Vivian Campbell.
Yeah, Vivian Campbell, right? Again, really unsung hero, I think, because when you think about what he was doing in Dio, and then when he joined Def Leppard, his playing kind of got squashed. He wasn't given the room. I mean, he was replacing Steve Clark, but he wasn't given room to kind of shine as a player. He had that whole neoclassical thing going on,
Yeah.
monster player. So yeah, Vivian Campbell, unsung hero, neoclassical. Get him in there.
One guy that we have not mentioned.
Yeah.
New Whitesnake guitar player.
Joe Hoekstra.
No, not him. Freak.
Well, Doug Aldrich.
Doug Aldrich.
Doug
thank you.
Aldrich.
He is one of my favorite. Doug is one of my favorites, and he's an '80s guy. Because he's in Whitesnake now,
you're right.
he was an '80s guy.
He's in every band.
He was in Dio. He was in House of Lords. He was in. There was a couple other bands that he was in. Hurricane. He was in Hurricane.
He's a monster player.
Yes.
Fred Frith. Come on.
He's an
I
animal
love Fred
player.
Frith.
Yeah.
So put him in Animal.
Guthrie
whatever,
is too young. Vernon Reed.
Oh yeah, I was about to say Vernon Reed.
Vernon Reed.
Yeah, Living Colour.
Yeah.
And you know what? Again,
But-
kind of a fusion player, really.
Really more of a
Do you know
fusion
what?
player.
I picked up-
Actually, originally a fusion player.
I picked up a Living Colour tab book, like maybe in 1990, 91, and he had an alternative solo. That if you didn't like the real one, there was like alternative solos in the back of the tab book.
Weird.
Okay, so we already talked about John Sykes. We talked about Vito Bratta with Warren DeMartini, Yngwie.
I don't know if Buckethead's is in 80s, is he?
No, not really. George Lynch, we talked about Greg Howe, John Sykes, all these, yeah.
Buckethead keeps coming up.
Well, it's probably because of that Sons of Apollo. No,
Robert Frith
who's
doesn't
doing
really.
Sons of Apollo?
No, it's not him.
It's
Oh gosh, what's his name? Starts with M.
Come on, man.
And these things go by so fast.
I can't remember who the guy is.
Someone tell me who's
Jakey Lee.
Who's yeah?
Key Marcello.
Key Marcello.
Key Marcello.
Now, that is an unsung
Yes,
hero.
unsung.
Damn, and he's into that odd groupings, monster player, great melodic player. I had the pleasure of hanging out and having a few drinks with him this year.
Yeah.
And they played when we played in Milan, and I just hung out with him. We chatted about stuff, and they had this song called Halfway to Heaven with Europe. He was the guitar player in Europe. Okay, don't judge. He wasn't after Norham. But
that was their best record, though.
Yeah, and he would have these great 3-note per string licks using sweeps, and they would be like, let me try and think how it would be like. You know, so like 3-note per string stuff, but with the warmy sweeps on the bottom. But he'd pick that as well. It was a monster, and he did it all on an SG. Or a Les Paul.
Yeah. Well, that you get extra points for that, actually.
You get extra for being able to play like that. That's where Doug Aldrich gets points.
Yes.
If you can do those kind of stretches on a Les Paul, instantly you get extra points.
Yeah. Hey, Key Marcello, Superstitious, you got the solo?
Okay, hold on.
I haven't. I know, that's a great.
Oh, you don't know it.
Hold on, what do we got here?
Rusty Cooler, yeah. Was Rusty around in the 80s?
I think
Sweet picking genius.
Yeah.
That is what he is. Vinnie Moore is amazing.
You know, somebody said Brett Garst earlier, long time ago.
Dude, Brett, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
First Nelson record.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a great guitar
He's a
player.
monster player.
He's more of a fusion player.
When I spoke to, I sat down with Gunnar and chatted to him about Brett, and he said he wouldn't. He said he never made a mistake. He goes, I think in the history of the band, when he was in Nelson, not only did he never make a mistake, but he'd probably play a different solo.
He's a great player. He really is. He's
is.
more of a fusion player, though.
He's got a
lot of holes.
Who's the
He
other
did
guitar player? He did.
T.J. Helmreich.
That's it.
With
yeah.
Quid Pro Quo.
Yeah,
I can't say it, but that was a
Some
great
very
album.
bizarre. It's kind of like the Alex Skolnick trio sort of thing, right?
Such a good record, though.
Yeah.
Amazing. No love for Tony Macalpine. What do you mean?
No, Macalpine.
No.
Do you know what? And do you know what? We should mention that as well, because Macalpine was a huge melodic player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge melodic player.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was in there with the Shrapnel Records guys.
Right. Exactly.
He's on our list.
Not to mention, he was in Steve Vai's band.
Yes, he was.
No, he's a great player.
As a hired hand.
As a hired hand.
Yes.
Joe T Mac. There you go. Richie Sambora.
Okay.
Let's hear it, Chris.
Okay, all right. Now, don't judge me here.
No, I don't mind Richie.
Because you know what? Bon Jovi New Jersey is actually my favourite album of all time. Not because not because of the guitar playing. It's just
Chris. I thought we could be friends. No, it's totally cool. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Just because where I was when I was like 15, it was just it was.
I think
record.
Richie is a great player.
I think he has a horrendous guitar sound. I think
Terrible.
his guitar sound was just paper thin and gnarly. And and I don't know. That's why we should probably talk about the Iron Maiden guitar players in a minute. As well, and where Stratocasters kind of belong in metal, because it's a really harsh sound. They don't, exactly. I was trying to be nice about it, Red, but yeah. But yeah, Sambora. I don't know where I can put him in there. It was a huge band, but I think he was probably more suited to his solo albums, like
Which the first one
really
was
he was really a glorified blues player. I think that's what he wanted to be.
Okay, what if you talk about people like Tommy Kiefer or something like that?
Tom Kiefer?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a blues player.
Yeah. Blues player. I mean, there are guys like that were 80s metal guys.
Well, I think most of them were. I think most of those American metal guitar players were
blues guys.
Blues-based. Yeah. And I'm not sure if it's because they like the blues or it's just because the blues scale was the only scale they bothered learning. You could argue what's going on there. You know.
Okay, so let's see who are some of the, okay.
What about Enough's Enough? You have the guys from Enough's Enough.
I loved Enough's Enough.
Beggars and Thieves.
Same kind of thing. I mean, we can go on.
Yeah, we could go
on, man. I mean, Warren.
Yes.
It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like to call some of it scrappy rock.
We talked about Paul Gilbert, Sambora, Dweezil Zappa. Dweezil's not really in the 80s, though.
When was that Shampoo horn released?
Who's that?
Dweezil's solo.
I want to say it was in the 90s.
Yeah, it
was.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dweezil, you are amazing.
But you brought up Giant Dan Huff earlier, and someone just said Dan Huff.
Yeah. Dan Huff was a monster player and a complete unsung hero.
And my brother really doesn't know much of Dan Huff's playing, which I was surprised with.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you got. So there we go. Look, and is that Glenn Tipton? Okay, so Priest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they were. You think about it, like the harmony guitar playing, it was out there. Man.
Oh yeah,
They're
no doubt.
players. When you think about how they changed from Breaking the Law to Painkiller, yeah, it's a big kind of jump stylistically.
Yes.
You know, they had all the tapping and the sweeping stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, kudos. What about the Iron Maiden guitar players?
We have them on. I have them on the list.
Rock. We should call this Strat Rock because
Right.
I don't like the sound of Stratocasters with loads of gain on them. Somehow Malmsteen makes his sound really work with it, but for other players it sounds a little thin to me.
And you know,
what do you guys think out there? What do you think? Stratocasters and metal. What do you think? Any really good Stratocaster?
We already talked about Eddie.
Okay, yeah, Eric Johnson.
We
True,
talked
but
about
I
all
don't
them.
think it's heavy enough to be.
Eddie really doesn't. I mean, he played with a humbucker.
Was that deep? Wow, this is coming in quick now.
Yeah.
Maiden is the sound of metal. Okay, yeah, I mean, they are the sound of metal. In its entirety as a whole band, I agree with you. And I think Judas Priest are as well.
Did we talk about Gary Moore? We did,
Well,
right?
A little bit about Gary Moore, yeah.
Yep. He's on the list.
He's already on. Raven's guitar player.
Prince.
Telecaster. Okay, you know what?
Prince.
Prince had more of a metal guitar time than
He did.
Eric Johnson did.
He
man.
did. Prince is more of a metal player than Eric Johnson. Prince was amazing. He was a great guitar player.
Brad Gillis. We didn't talk about Brad Gillis.
We didn't talk about Brad. I mean, why don't we talk about Ozzy's guitar players? Because why don't we go for the favourite guitar players that Ozzy's had?
I mean, it's between Randy and Zakk to me. I mean, those two guys.
Too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I don't know if I could
Jake
choose.
So Brad's maybe, I don't know. Brad's maybe my least favourite of the Aussie.
Probably,
players.
I would.
I would say he's number 4 on the list.
He's number 4 of the list
of the Aussies.
I love Jake, but I don't like. I like him in Badlands better than I like him in Aussie.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
a great player.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to actually, we kind of made our list, which we'll put we're going to post our list later, but I want you guys to go into the chat, into the comments after the stream now, and I want you to make your list of your top 5, and you can, Chris DeGarmo.
Oh, we totally forgot about Chris DeGarmo.
That's
Melodic.
a good call. Who said that? Nick, good call on that.
That might be my favourite band, actually.
Yeah.
It might not be my favourite guitar player, but it's my favourite band.
And I'm from Seattle, so I gotta like Queen Rick.
Kudos, whoever said the
that was definitely an oversight.
Well done, David Abbott.
So I want you guys to put in. You can take your own, make up your own categories if you want to talk about legends, unsung heroes, however you want to do it. Put in your top 5.
No comments on my Christmas shred shirt here.
Happy holidays, shred. We talked about Sean
Happy
Lane.
holidays, everyone. Oh yeah, we got my guitar.
Robert Fripp. Jerry Cantrell's not really is not really an 80s player, even though he actually has an 80s style.
He does have an 80s style, yeah.
Yeah. Richie Blackmore, he's a 70s player.
Yeah.
Really. All right, good. You guys are amazing. Put your comments in. We're going to sign off.
Mick Mars.
We're going to sign off. Put your comments in at the end. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Should we do another one of these?
Should we do another one?